The sun was setting over the small village of Triunfo, casting long shadows over its cobblestone streets. The film crew had arrived earlier that day, eager to begin shooting the new drama, Triunfo do Amor. The village, with its charming, old-world architecture and lush, surrounding forests, seemed like the perfect setting for the film. However, the crew was unaware of the dark history that lay beneath its tranquil surface. The director, Miguel, was a passionate filmmaker known for his intense dedication to his craft. He had chosen Triunfo for its authenticity and untouched beauty. As the crew set up their equipment, an elderly woman approached them. Her eyes were filled with a mixture of fear and sorrow. "Você não deveria estar aqui," she whispered, her voice trembling. "This place is cursed. Leave before it's too late." Miguel dismissed her warning as superstition and folklore, common in many isolated villages. He assured his crew that they had nothing to fear and continued with the preparations. The first few days of filming went smoothly, but strange occurrences soon began to unsettle the crew. One night, as they reviewed the day's footage, they noticed something odd. In the background of several scenes, there were fleeting shadows and ghostly figures that hadn't been there during filming. At first, they thought it was a technical glitch, but when they examined the footage more closely, the images were unmistakable. Panic started to spread among the crew. Equipment malfunctioned without explanation, eerie whispers echoed through the night, and a sense of dread hung heavy in the air. The once idyllic village now felt menacing and oppressive. Miguel tried to keep the team focused, but the strange incidents continued to escalate. In an attempt to understand what was happening, Maria, the film's lead actress, decided to investigate the village's history. She discovered that centuries ago, Triunfo had been the site of a tragic love story. A young couple, deeply in love, had been torn apart by a jealous rival. The man had been murdered, and the woman, heartbroken, had taken her own life. Legend had it that their restless spirits still haunted the village, cursing anyone who disturbed their final resting place. Determined to finish the film, Miguel ignored Maria's warnings. But as the days passed, the hauntings became more violent. Crew members reported seeing apparitions, feeling unseen hands grab them, and waking up with mysterious scratches on their bodies. The line between reality and nightmare blurred, and the crew's sanity began to unravel. One evening, as they filmed a pivotal scene in an old, abandoned house, the atmosphere grew palpably sinister. The air turned cold, and the room filled with an oppressive silence. Suddenly, the door slammed shut, trapping them inside. The lights flickered, and the temperature plummeted further. Shadows danced on the walls, and a cold, malevolent presence filled the room. Maria, her voice shaking, began to recite a prayer. The haunting intensified, with ghostly wails echoing through the house. The crew was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or speak. As Maria's prayer grew louder, a powerful gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing the lights and plunging them into darkness. In the pitch-black room, the temperature dropped to near freezing. The crew huddled together, their breath visible in the frigid air. Suddenly, A pair of glowing eyes appeared in the darkness, followed by the ghostly form of a woman in a tattered dress. Her face was twisted in agony, and her eyes burned with a mixture of sadness and rage. The ghostly figure approached Maria, who continued to pray, her voice steady despite the terror she felt. The apparition stopped inches from Maria's face, her expression softening for a moment. In a voice that sounded like the wind through the trees, she whispered, "Help us." Before anyone could react, the ghost vanished, and the lights flickered back on. The door creaked open, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. The crew, shaken but determined, knew they had to help the restless spirits find peace if they wanted to escape the village alive. They sought out the elderly woman who had first warned them. She revealed that the only way to break the curse was to reunite the remains of the lovers and perform a ritual of forgiveness and reconciliation. The crew worked tirelessly to locate the unmarked graves, guided by the old woman's knowledge and Maria's unwavering faith. As they performed the ritual, the air grew still, and a sense of calm washed over the village. The spirits of the lovers appeared, their forms shimmering with a soft, ethereal light. They embraced, their expressions filled with relief and gratitude. Slowly, they faded away, leaving the village bathed in a warm, golden glow. With the curse lifted, the haunting ceased, and the village returned to its peaceful state. The crew finished filming Triunfo do Amor without further incident. The film became a critical and commercial success, praised for its hauntingly beautiful portrayal of love and loss. However, those who had been there knew the true story behind the film's eerie authenticity. They had witnessed the triumph of love over darkness, and the memory of the haunted reel would stay with them forever. As the credits rolled and the audience left the theater, a subtle chill lingered in the air, a reminder that some stories, once unearthed, can never truly be forgotten.